Hari Om Alatma Jyotis. Welcome to our Gita Gnana Yajna session. Let's start the class with Guru Vandana. Guru Brahma,
Gurur Brahma,
Gurur Vishnu,
Gurur Vishnu,
Guru Devo Maheshwaraha,
Guru Devo Maheshwaraha,
Guru Sakshat,
Guru Sakshat,
Parabrahma,
Parabrahma,
Tasmai Shri,
Tasmai Shri,
Gurave Namaha,
Guruve Namaha,
Harihi Om,
Hari Om,
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha,
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha,
Harihi Om.
Hari Om.
Slowly open your eyes. Okay. Welcome all of you to the Gita Gnana Yajna session. So we are contemplating on the Bhagavad Gita. Today it will be the chapter number 4, which will be Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So until now we finished the Arjuna Vishada Yoga, which is the first chapter, Sankhya Yoga, which is the second chapter, Karma Yoga, which is the third chapter. This is the Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So what we did in the first chapter was Arjuna was in depression. Now to uplift him from the depression, Gnana was given in the Sankhya Yoga. And the Gnana was given so sharp that it was like Sankhya, like in the form of numbers. It's so sharp and precise. You just give Gnana and you get out of it. Get Mukti, something like that. But Arjuna, in spite of giving the Gnana so directly, Arjuna had so many other questions around it, and that is why that is when he asked, Krishna, you're telling me to receive Gnana. That simply means that I need to go renunciate and go to the forest, and anyway I'm getting the Gnana. So I will have to leave the worldly life and all that. So then Krishna told, no, Karma Yoga is also important. So there should be a balance between Gnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. And Krishna is emphasizing more on Karma Yoga for Chitta Shuddhi as well. So in the Karma Yoga, we also saw Panchamahayagna, what a person, an individual will have to do in the worldly life to for the support that he or she is getting from the universe, and what he or she is going to offer it in return to the universe, which we saw it in the form of Panchamahayagna, what yajna should be done on everyday basis, and to what all kind of organisms, or what all kind of creatures, or what all kind of how humans or devas, or all these elements basically, and also to for the Rishi Yajna. Now, after this, so Arjuna from depression, Gnana was given in the Sakya. And from there onwards, how Atmana Mokshatam was given. And then in Karma Yoga, Jagat Hitayacha was also spoken about. Now, what is happening with in the fourth chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Means now you got Jnana, now you know Karma Yoga. Now leave the doership, sannyasa yoga. So that is what we are going to learn in the fourth chapter. So when we say sannyasa, if Shilpa ji is able to talk, you can talk. Otherwise, don't worry. I'll be talking to Radhika ji. Don't worry. So what is meant by sannyasa? What do you think?
Like you accept whatever is there or whatever you are given. Say, for example, I mean, I don't know how to tell, but if you are a grihastha, you can still be a sannyasa. For example, if you have kids and if they listen to you or they don't listen to you, it's okay with you. You accept as it is. If you have 10,000 rupees or if you have 5,000, you're still okay with it. But you will still work towards gaining, but you won't be affected by the results. So you accept life as it is and you do not expect much. I mean, that is what I see
Okay.
sannyasa.
Okay. So Shilpa ji has responded saying no attachments. Okay. So generally, when we say sannyasa, the first thing that comes to the mind is people think of a saffron robe or orangish robe, which one should wear, and refrain from all the mm, pleasure or worldly activities, something like that. Stay away from the society, stay alone, or keep meditating, or that kind of image that we get in our mind. Is that all sannyasa? Okay. So, sannyasa means it is something that is in our minds, which we can practice regardless of what we are doing. Say, in according to the scriptures, now there are four ashramas. First a person is born, and after a certain age, he or she he will be put to brahmacharya. Then grihastha, they will once they are married, they'll take up grihastha ashrama. Then they go for vanaprastha ashrama, and then sannyasa ashrama. So in all these ashramas, it's called the word ashrama. Ashrama means Shrama means stress or strain. Ashrama means where in a place where there is no stress or strain. Okay, so all these four ashramas are meant to be stress free or strain free, to make life easy. That is why this was framed. But people, once they get into marriage or once they get into certain things, they feel stress, right? We all feel stress. Oh, what kind of life is this? What grihastha? It's all full of stress, and all the time I'm worried. All the time I'm full of anxiety. I'm depressed. For some people, marriage itself has brought in depression. Marriage itself has brought in stress, something like that, right? So, so what is this all about? They say ashrama, and when one should take sannyasa towards the end, once the person has done with his duties of brahmacharya, grihastha vanaprastha, and after that he or she should renunciate everything and take sannyasa, so that he has lived all the worldly whatever desires he might have had. Now none of the desires could get him or her any the fulfillment of the complete bliss which he or she is expecting. Now you take up sannyasa, now you renunciate, something like that. But uh, like I said, sannyasi means it's like leaving everything and going, is what the impression that people are getting. So just to tell a small story which goes along with this. Once there was this two monks who were sannyasis, monks, wearing saffron robe and all that. They were walking near the river. And the river was very shallow, not very deep and all that. Now there was this lady who was standing somewhere there near the river, and she was trying to cross the river. She was finding it struggling to cross the river, finding it difficult. Now, when these two monks were walking towards that way, she approached them and asked, "Could you help me cross the river? I'm not able to cross. All that." So immediately the younger monk. So there is one older monk in these both monk. One monk is old and other monk is younger. So the younger monk, he is a monk. Now he thinks I'm a sannyasi. I should not see girls. I should stay away from girls. So I will not talk to her. He will immediately turn aside when she asks for help. And the older monk, as soon as as she says that, help me, could you help me please to cross the river? Older monk accepts and agrees to that, and he tries to help her cross the river. He carries her and helps her to cross the river. When this younger monk sees the older monk carrying this young lady, he is fully furious. He is angry. What is this elder monk doing? He's Forget about talking. He touched the girl. He's carrying her on his back, and he's helping her to cross the river and doing all this. He is so angry because due to the age factor. Like the other one is an older monk. He was finding it awkward to tell him that what he is doing is wrong or something like that. He found it difficult. He couldn't ask him right away. But this was continuously ringing in his mind. And after they crossed the river, the older monk left the lady over there, and they both now these both monks walked up the hill and they went to their monastery. Now, after going to up the hill to their monastery, now the younger monk is still thinking. Now the younger monk asked the older monk, "How did you even touch that girl? How can you do this? How did you do this?" So now the older monk responds. He asks, "Which girl?" The younger monk is like, "That girl whom you helped cross the river, you carried her." "Oh, that girl. I left her near the banks. You are still carrying her till here." So, who was the one carrying the girl? Right? So, sannyasa is not only in the appearance, not only in the external features. When they say sannyasa, what the person does? Externally, the person stops going behind all the little desires or materialistic desires, which uh, generally the world is perceived to have been accepting, right? Have been eating, going out and eating, or going to movies, or going to basically taking all the materialistic pleasures. All these things the sannyasis would have refrained from. So these are all the external things. And but the internally, the sannyasi, basically, when we say leaving external things, it means leaving the mamakara. There are two things. One is mamakara, the other one is ahankara. Mamakara is mine, my thing, my family, my husband, my wife, my children, my job, my money, my house, my car, my land, all this my that comes along with my, that is mamakara. So externally, certain people, they would have taken up monkhood, but they would not have left the the ahankara within them. That would still be there. So what is required? Ultimately, the ahankara should have been dropped. So the external things need not define what a sannyasi is. That means a sannyasi being a sannyasi need not be a sannyasi internally. In the same way, a grihastha or a grihini, being a grihastha or grihini, can be a sannyasi internally, can have refrained from all the materialistic pleasures, from their mind, from their thoughts, like that. So this is sannyasa, means it is basically internally, dropping the inner ego, the ahankara. So that is sannyasa. Now, so like it says, Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga is wisdom of renunciation of action. So, say for when we say Gnana, what is meant by Gnana? Gnana is realizing, for example, if we take the wave is nothing but water. The moment the wave realizes, I'm not a wave, I'm water itself. So that is the realization. It's like, say, a gold chain is made of gold only. Both the bangle, gold chain, or the earrings, or it could be anything. The basic element is made of gold only. The moment it's realized that the basic element is gold, Only the nama and rupa are different. Only the shape and the name is different. Everything is made of the same material, same element. Then that is the realization. Okay. So the underlying truth is it's it's not the wave, but it is water. Until we are until you are so you and me are so sure that so not able to come out of the fact that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. It's not easy for you to uh, realize that I am Brahman. So this is the gnana part of it. And how is the gnana part of it attained? So we are sharpening the intellect. How else the gnana can be attained? The gnana can be attained only by sharpening the intellect. Whatever you do with the body, you do with the body, but it only enhances you keep yourself in good health. Whatever you do with the mind, it's a monkey mind. It keeps changing every other moment. Whereas you can sharpen the intellect. With that, we get the viveka, that's called viveka. With the help of viveka, you and me will be able to discriminate between what is right and what is wrong, in the sense, I am Brahman. You'll be able to realize that I am Brahman, and this is the Gnana part of it. Ultimately, it's understanding that I am sannyasi. Doesn't matter what ashrama I belong to. Whether I'm married now. My Guruji is married. His Guruji is also married. He has 2 children as well. Internally, are you sannyasi? People keep telling, I want Vairagya, help me get Vairagya, I want to leave everything. Atman is never attached. Atman is the thing that can never be attached. Atman is always a sannyasi. So it is internally realizing that I am a sannyasi. And if this is attained through gnana, then uh, that is what is realization. So when we say now, what we discussed all this while was basically there are 2 things. One of generally when we read scriptures and things, there are 2 words. One they say rudartha, other is gudartha. Rudartha is colloquially we use the terms very easily, and people understand it just the way they see it in the world. Like in the case of sannyasi, we just when we say sannyasi, the rudartha is immediately think of a saffron robe, someone who is away from the society, that kind of things. Whereas Gudhartha is internally something that is covered, that is secret, that is inside. So internally is one is able to be a sannyasi or not. So at a point of time, mind will be able to be hold only one thought at a time. So if one person keeps on thinking continuously that I did this, I did this, I did this continuously, and if a person keeps on thinking the same thing or different things, whatever for 10 years, at the end of the 10 years, a thought will only come in the end and tell, I did this. For 10 years, whether you did something or did not do something, finally that I did this will come and tell, no, that is holding on to the doership. The doership, where it is you do certain things. Say you're writing something and you forget yourself basically. You're writing something. In the end, when you're writing, there is continuous thoughts that is coming out and you're writing it down. And in the end, there is a thought that comes up and says, I wrote. That is holding on to the doership. So this is the I thought that one needs to inquire. Who is that thought for? Who am I? Where is this thought coming from? And who is this thought for? So inquire that thought. Catch hold of that thought. And it will not have any answer. At that time, it will drop off. It will not have any answer. It will go and hide. It will try to hide everywhere. Inquire at who am I with that thought. Who is this I for? Who wrote it? Who is telling that I wrote it? Okay, inquire that thought. Fine. Okay, for 10 years, a person keeps telling, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a sannyasi, I'm not attached, I'm not attached, I'm not attached. You tell for 10 years, 20 years, whatever number of extent, finally there is a thought that comes and tells, I'm detached. I want detachment, right? And who is that thought for? Okay. Ask, inquire that thought. Inquire when that happens, ask, who am I? Who is this thought for? Who is it for? Inquire that. Okay. Say one second. So basically, we learned Gnana Yoga, then we learned Karma Yoga. This is called both Gnana Yoga and Karma Yoga together is called Purna Yoga. And in this chapter, we will learn how to drop this I factor. Even in the Karma Yoga, while doing Karma Yoga, first the person was a Karmi, like how we saw in the picture. First, the person was a Karmi. He wanted everything, he or she wanted everything from the world. Then the person became Dharmi, started to think in the terms of dharma, of giving back, and like that. He evolved from karmi to dharmi. Then the person became a karma yogi, right? Where the person is doing a selfless service. So now the person has improved and has become a karma yogi. Now, but even while doing karma yogi, the I thought still exists. He is doing it for his selfishness. I want to improve. The chitta shuddhi should happen within me. Okay. So to improve, that I thought still exists within me. Even though he is a karma yogi, even though he is doing for the Jagat Hitayacha, that I still exists. I want to improve. I want to realize God. That I still exists with a karma yogi. So now this karma yogi should drop the I and become a gnani. And that will happen in Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So there are 4 tendencies that um, generally speaking, human beings follow. Those are actually the so-called animal tendencies. That is the ahara, nidra, bhaya, and maithuna. So all that human beings, all the people we all are working for food, to have good food, sleep, and bhaya. What bhaya? Oh, what in the society? What will happen in the society? What will happen to my future? What will happen to my children? So you go on working, keep building house, secure yourself with many, either it is properties or it's with many other facilities, basically, to keep improving yourself, to keep yourself secure, basically. That's the bhaya. And the maithuna, for the sex, for the pleasure. Most of the people in the world, their life is centered around these 4 things. But these 4 things, even the animals are doing. These are the animal tendencies. To do all these 4 things, there are several thousands of thoughts that is coming up. Oh, I should do this. I should do this. Every time the thought comes up, right? To do these 4 things. And in all these four things, where is the life centered at, Radhika ji?
Yeah,
Where is the life centered at?
in all these four things, like
In generally, human
I,
life, where is it centered at, right?
like everything I want.
I want. Sorry, I couldn't see the raised hand because the background is also yellowish or creamish. I
Yeah,
just realized when I was talking to you.
yeah, no problem.
What is the question, please?
Yeah, I'm just confused that dropping the doership. Now,
Hmm.
there are two aspects. Since we are living in the material world and we also want to progress spiritually,
Hmm.
in the material world, there are certain times when we have to tackle with that eye or hold on to that eye. For example, say if I'm an employee or if I have a patent in my name and somebody steals it, just a
Yeah,
crude
yeah,
example.
yeah, yeah.
So there I have to fight for my eye. I can't say it's not a charity.
No, no.
But then, yeah,
Mm.
so how do I
So
balance
yeah, I
that?
was coming to the same point.
Mhm.
So now these four tendencies that we are talking about, what is your life centered at? Okay, like you said, I want this, I want this. Say, for example, for certain people, life is centered with money. Anything they will do for getting money. They are okay with doing anything just to get money. For certain people, life is centered around sex only. For certain people, life is centered around sleep. They sleep a lot. For certain people, food is everything. Okay, they eat a lot. So, where is your life centered at? This we should think first. Next, say, let me ask you, Aradhika ji. You said you are a mother, right? You have a daughter. Now you are talking to me. Have you forgotten that you are a mother?
I
No,
have,
you have not. You're working. Do you work on computers? Is it?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So you're working on a computer. Do you forget that you're a mother?
no.
No, you don't. You still have the thought behind that you are a mother,
Hmm.
right? Anywhere outside, oh, what my daughter could be doing. What should I cook for her? What should I? Is she okay today? You ring her to when she is late. You know, every time the thought of the mother has not gone out of you.
Hmm.
You're still a mother, right? So, whom are you meditating on all the time? Your daughter.
Hmm.
You're basically meditating on your daughter. So, where is your center?
Daughter.
Daughter, right? So, did you, just because the center of your life is your daughter, that means, say you have 1,000 thoughts. Let's take 1,000 it's easier for our conversation purpose. In 1,000 thoughts, how many thoughts are for your daughter? 900.
Nine.
Okay. 900 thoughts are for your daughter. Let's take 500 only. 500 you have for your life. Okay, 500 is for your daughter, 500 for your rest of the things. In that, 100 for office, 100 for household chores, 100 for husband, 100 for because you're a daughter-in-law, you're a daughter, you have other roles as well. Another 100 just for yourself. Okay. In all these, you did not forget that you're a mother. You did not forget that you're the daughter. Did you stop doing your other things in the world? No.
Mhm.
Even though the center of your thought was your daughter, you did not stop doing other things. You did not stop eating. You did not stop sleeping. You did not stop interacting with your husband. You did not stop working. You did not stop driving. Whatever you did or you did not stop doing other things just because the center was your daughter, right?
Hmm.
Now, I'm telling you, instead of keeping certain things as center, certain elements as center, how many things are permanent in this world?
Nothing except.
Nothing is permanent. Are the people permanent? We consider people as our center. Are the people permanent? No, people are not permanent. What is permanent? The divinity is permanent, right? The Brahman, the supreme consciousness is permanent. Instead of keeping materialistic and impermanent things as the center. See, even after keeping the materialistic things as the center, you have not stopped doing your other materialistic works. You did not stop doing. So, instead of keeping a materialistic or an impermanent thing as the center, keep consciousness, Brahman, as the center, so that you do all other work. Instead of 500 thoughts for people or impermanent things or materialistic things, keep that 500 thoughts for Brahman. Keep that 500 thoughts for Krishna. Keep that 500 thoughts for God. Rest of the things will anyway work. Anyway, you are doing it, no? Anyway, your life is not going to stop. Anyway, things around you is not going to stop. Of the 1,000 thoughts, allocate or dedicate time, center your thoughts for Brahman, for Supreme Consciousness, for God, for Krishna or Rama. See, first half of it, we did it in Karma Yoga. Whatever work I do it for as an offering. Half of the problem solved. Whatever work you do, it is centered, it's an offering for God. Okay. So you're basically dedicating it for God. So in that 250 thoughts covered, can you cover rest of the 250 thoughts, totally 500 thoughts in the 1,000 thoughts for the center to be around God, around Krishna? Did you get it? Now, after, see, you don't have to change your lifestyle for this. Do the Karma Yoga. Do it as an offering for God. 3/4 of the half, what? Why half? 3/4 of the things will be taken care and your life will be surrounded with God only. Your other things has not stopped. You told the other things have not stopped. Right?
Yeah.
So, can I allocate very little time for some puja? For thoughts about God. As soon as I wake up, can I sit for 10 minutes? Just 10 minutes. Can I allocate that and think of the higher self, higher, supreme reality? Just close your eyes. Can I do it before sleeping as well? 10 minutes. And anyway, whole day you have been doing Karma Yoga. Now your life is centered around God, Krishna. Now after your life is centered around Krishna, now the rest of the things will automatically fall in place. Does this answer your question?
Yeah, it does. It does. I was just thinking, what thoughts do I dedicate to Krishna? Like if I'm doing everything as an offering, because as you said, even in the morning or night before sleeping, even if I have to just sit by myself alone and think of God, hundreds of other thoughts come. I'd rather when I'm listening to you or listening to some other pravachan, I am fully concentrated there. So are these nitya karmas like puja and
Yeah,
all?
now you are, see, yeah, now you are already listening to certain pravachans or anything. You are trying to bring all the center to the godliness only, right? You are already getting there. You are already there, actually. It's only the dropping part, which will happen gradually. Dropping the I part, which will happen gradually. How it will happen? Now we are receiving Gnana with these teachings. With this Gnana, what is happening? The intellect is being sharpened. Means we are getting the Viveka to cut through the situation. You will not be able to see when you are sitting calmly like this. It will not happen. If you are sleeping, when will you wake up?
Like
Stop the alarm, remove the alarm from the scenario. When you're sleeping, when will you wake up?
When I know that Radhika is going to wake up,
No,
like,
no, no, no. You're having a sound sleep.
hmm.
There's nobody to don't think about the alarm part of it. When you're sleeping, it's a sound sleep. You're sleeping nicely. Okay, happily, nicely. When you're fully rested, yeah, okay, I'll come to the when you're fully rested part. Other than we'll come to the when you're fully rested part later on. Other than that, when will you wake up? If a tiger chases you, you'll immediately wake up.
Yeah.
Have you felt the gravity in the sleep? You will feel like falling. Immediately you'll wake up. Some disturbance. So when we are sitting in this class like this, you will not feel anything. When there is a distortion or disturbing situation outside in the world, suddenly the gnana will kick in. Because of these sessions that we are having, the viveka is happening. Okay, the intellect is being sharpened. See, earlier the intellect was blunt. Okay, now after these gnana sessions, our intellect is sharpened. My intellect is sharpened, Radhikaji's intellect is sharpened, Shilpaji's intellect is sharpened. Okay, when am I going to use it? Now I'm sharpening the weapons. Now, when the war happens, when some disturbance happens, when sudden some kind of situation happens, you will be able to cut through the situation clearly and see what is correct and what is wrong, what you should do. That's when the gnana will kick in. It will happen at that moment.
I agree and I disagree because I've experienced one
It's okay.
situation
It's okay. It's
where
okay.
my husband was fighting for life and death. He had brain hemorrhage.
Okay.
I was learning
Sorry.
all this while, but at that moment it didn't struck me. I mean, God, I didn't think of Krishna. I had to think, what should I do? What will happen is
Hmm.
what I thought.
Hmm.
How do I bring that?
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಮದ್ವೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರೇ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್.
Sorry, did I do something? Did I do something?
No, Shilpaji, if you are talking, you can talk. Otherwise, you can stay
No,
on.
it was.
It's okay. Don't worry about.
Yeah. It was by mistake. Sorry.
No problem. That's okay.
No.
Huh.
So how do I get that jnana at that point of time? For
Hmm.
example, just yesterday, my left shoulder was hurting, and I thought I'm going to get stroke now.
Okay.
All those, bad thoughts, when they seep in, it's difficult for me to quickly recollect, all those.
We'll come to the bad thoughts and we'll come to that fully resting as well. Remind me. So, sorry to hear that your husband had to go through. I hope he's okay now.
Yeah. This was 3-4 years ago.
So, the gnana that we are getting is happening now, right? I wish everything is going well with you. I don't really wish any disturbance for you as such. But this is said that life throws all kinds of difficult situations to all of us. Okay, nobody is exempt from it. Okay, life, we are here to learn. That is what we are learning. Okay, okay, Shilpaji, I read your comment. So it will happen when you're presented with that kind of situation. You will be able to get through it clearly, crystal clearly. The Viveka will help you. It will happen.
Okay, so that time hasn't yet come, or that I haven't been able to absorb.
You're receiving the Viveka is happening now, right?
Yeah.
Now from what, 3-4 months? November, 3 months, not even full. 3 months is not full yet. It's still 28th of January. We start on 5th of November, right? So Viveka is happening now. The Gnana is happening now. The intellect is being sharpened now, right? And I will come to why it is happening now as well a little later. So coming to the disturbing thoughts part of your question, I will respond to you, Shilpaji. So yeah, you can keep posting your chat messages. I will respond to all of that. So you said disturbing. Why is disturbing thoughts coming into you?
Yeah, that's because I'm worried about myself.
Why should you be worried about? What are you worried about?
Maybe it's just insecurity, life. Yeah, insecure,
Huh.
basically.
So don't let all these kind of extreme thoughts disturb you. It will not happen. What you think, you will start manifesting. That is what will happen. That is what is happening with everyone. What you think will manifest. So think good. Think only good. Why do you go behind the health all the time? You're healthy. You're healthy. You're fine. How do you manifest? You should not say one day I will be healthy, one day I will be good, one day I will be, say rich, for example. We'll take the money thing here. It's easier. Okay. Say, if I say one day I will be rich, I'll not be, I'll never be rich. That one day will never come. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow, see, one day I will be rich means what? Tomorrow I'll be rich. When is that tomorrow? It's today now. Again, tomorrow it will be today only, no? So that one day will never come. I am rich now. I'm healthy now. I'm peaceful now. I'm happy now. Now the universe will start responding to you. And universe will not count on your thoughts. You know what? Universe doesn't know your thoughts and that kind of things. Universe will respond to your feelings. Your deep underlying feelings is what universe understands. So your feeling should be like, oh, I'm Pavam, I'm so this, I'm so this. If you keep crying, the crying only will universe will respond. It will be resonating with you. You'll be crying more. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Now the universe, same thing will be projected. I'm fresh. I'm nice. The same thing will be projected. Okay. Universe will respond for your deep underlying feelings. Change that feelings. Work on it. Do there is a Buddhist, in the Buddhist monasteries, when these monks join, they have a certain set of things that they follow. For one of the thing, what they say is they have very strict discipline. Okay, when wrong negative thoughts come, they sharply cut through it and throw it away, because the negative thoughts, you never know when it's going to grow. It's only it comes as a tiny pin, okay, and it starts growing like a big sword, and it becomes very big. It's not easy to get away from the negative emotions, right? It will cover you up. You will not know how to swim out of it. So even if a little thought comes, no, don't. It's a cloud, okay. Say there is a positive cloud here. There is a negative cloud here. Okay. Only one tiny thought this side, it will pull you into that cloud of negative thoughts. It's difficult to come out from that cloud later on.
Yeah. So does the kind of people that are surrounding you also, do they matter? Because I've seen that even if we stay positive, if we are surrounded with negative people, they pull us towards their direction. How do we stop that? One person can't change 100 negative people.
No, you cannot. So what happens now? It depends on how strong you are internally. If you are really strong, no matter what the situation is outside, it's not going to disturb you. Okay. You are and me, we are getting there. Okay. Be strong inside. Keep telling yourself nothing is going to go wrong. You're fine. You really look fine for me. You are okay. And now you are under the umbrella of a guru. Okay. I understand. You can't change the situation around you, people around you, society around you, all those things around you. But if you are strong inside, you will be able to get through the situation, whatever it is. It will happen. It will manifest. Okay, coming to the fully rest, I'll respond. I'll see your other chat messages also, Shilpaji. Coming to the fully rest, which she told when I asked, when will you wake up? When I'm fully rested, I'll wake up. Huh. What do you mean by fully rested? When you're fully done with your dreams. Okay. When you're fully done with your dreams, basically. Okay. A person, if the person is fully, you've really done with so many lifetimes and you have experienced every part of it, and still you are not fulfilled. Still you are not, you see money, it's not giving you full peace, full the bliss. You see the luxury, you don't get you still are lacking the bliss. You see the relationships, you're still lacking the bliss. You see everything basically. Now you know the materialistic, the impermanent things do not get you the bliss. Then you start seeking inward. That's, we can say, when you're fully rested, when you're fully done with, when you know the materialistic things are not going to give you any internal bliss, now you start seeking inwards. What are her other messages? Let me see. Hang on. When my daughter, okay. I had a similar situation when my daughter had high fever. I kept reminding myself that Krishna is taking care of my daughter through me. He will already take care. So I am just a medium. I should give my 100% without losing my faith. So maybe it was simpler situation. I can totally understand, Radhika. The more situation takes time, I guess. Okay. So this part is done. So the centering around God is done. So we will center our thoughts around God, so that the more peaceful the life becomes. So next is, we will just move on to. So in this, Krishna says there is a, in this Krishna says, there is a Gnana Parampara. Now what happens? Arjuna, one second. Sorry, one second. And, oh yeah, I told I'll come back to the, about the Guru, right? So what is happening here is, any Gnana, say for example, you want to buy a mobile. What do? You go and research something, do some research, and see which company I'll buy, which is the best store I can buy, where I can get a better, you always think about the quality as your highest priority. You buy a car, you want to see where you want to buy. And you buy anything, or you want to put your daughter into some educational institute, or you yourself want to study somewhere, you will look for the best educational institution wherever you can go to. So you basically first think about what is best for you, what is of higher quality. But when it comes to Gnana, we just settle down for some Gnana, some book, some YouTube, some channel. Oh, I'm getting some information I'm getting. We don't think about the quality of the information only, right? So the quality of the information is, you want the information about God. Now you're not worried about the quality. You are worried about the quality when buying the impermanent temporary things in the world, materialistic things. To know the permanent God, some YouTube channel, let me listen to some pravachan. Even I was doing this a long time ago until I got my guru. Okay. So it's very important to get gnana not only from this only guru. The just guru is not the word. Get gnana from a living master. Okay, it's very important. There are many masters who had come, who passed away, who left their mortal bodies, who left their bodies and merged with the supreme consciousness. Due to the nature of the world, right? Everybody will have to leave the body at some point of time. But a living master is the must. Say, for example, some guru I'm talking to, say I'm following some guru who has been in the past, and I really admire him, his talks, everything. He has written maybe many books. I read all his books. Very good. I'm getting all the knowledge. Knowledge is like an ocean. You keep, how much ever you keep listening, eating, thinking, reading, you want it a little more, right? All the time. So now, when any kind of things, this kind of things come up, any kind of situations happen, any kind of questions come up, whom do you ask? Master is not present in the, physically not present, right? Your mind will only go back and answer. It's the same programming answering to yourself, right? But having a living master is the must for the upliftment, for the evolution of a individual. So once what happens, there is a sannyasi who is a yogi. Okay, a yogi. He has practiced yoga, all this meditation for a very long time, and he has attained lot of siddhi. Siddhi means they attain lot of powers to do certain things. Um, uh, so a crow poops on his this thing. He's so angry now. He looks at the crow and the crow burns. Um, s- Even the eyes has power to burn a crow, like that. And so he's so proud now. Oh, I can burn a crow. When somebody does wrong to me, I can burn them. That siddhi he has got. He is so proud of it. That mada has come in him. Now, after that, and because he's a sannyasi, he goes to houses to beg money, food. Sorry. So he goes to the nearby village and one of the lady's house, and he asks for food. The lady takes a little while to come out and give food. Please wait, I'm doing something important. And she finishes and she comes out and gives the food. Before giving the food, and he's so angry now. He's trying to look at her angrily the same way he did for the crow. Somewhere outside the village. The crow thing happened somewhere outside the village. Now this lady immediately said, like, don't look at me and think that I will also burn like the crow. He got shocked. How does she know that I burnt that crow? He thought he was great, okay, by having all these siddhis. But this lady knows what he did over there. So now he's shocked. So now he asks her, how do you know that I burnt the crow? How do you know all this? Then she tells him that. So she talks him about the Atmagnana. You are so proud of the fact that you attained certain siddhi, but you don't even realize that you are actually the Atman behind. You are not the body, you are not the mind. All that she says. And he is mesmerized with the Atmagnana. This simple. She is a householder. He thought she is of not much value, but she is giving him all the highest teachings. So he was very mesmerized with this lady. Now he asks her, how do you know all this? Where did you learn all this from? So now she says, I learned it from, uh, if you go a little ahead, there is a butcher's shop and there's a butcher in the shop. I learned this from the butcher. He's like, butcher? I am a yogi. I meditate. I follow such a great discipline. I don't eat certain things. I don't do this, that. And after all, a butcher gave you this great knowledge. And again, he's so this thing. Let me go and find out how can a butcher talk all this. And he goes. He waits for the butcher to come out. He is finishing with his, regular job. He has customers in his shop and all that. He is a whole day. This yogi also waits. He wants to know how a butcher can know this. So yogi also patiently waits. The butcher finishes his job, and yogi asks, "Can we talk now?" Butcher says, "No, no. Now I finished my job. I need to go home, which is just next door. In my home, I have my old parents. I need to serve them food. I need to take care of them. After they are rested, then I can talk to you." Okay, now the yogi again will go to his house. The butcher will serve his parents. He wants to give medication and all that. He'll do all that for his parents. And then once he's done, now the butcher comes out and he says, uh, "Yes, tell me what you want." Now the yogi says, "Tell me, the lady over there was talking all mesmerizing talks about Atmagnana. How does she know? She pointed at you that you taught her. How can you teach her? You're after all a butcher." And now the butcher makes him sit and he elaborates him in detail about what is Atmagnana and he teaches complete Gita. So that is called Vyada Gita. Like Bhagavad Gita, there are several other Gitas. This is called Vyada Gita, where the butcher is giving Atmagnana to the yogi. So the external factor doesn't matter. Now the yogi was in saffron robe, he was doing meditation, he was doing that, this, but internally his ahankara is so, he has so much mada in him that he is great, that ahankara he couldn't drop, right? But the butcher, he was a butcher, he's a simple butcher, which nobody would have expected that he will have the highest of, he will be able to give the highest of the highest teachings, right? Huh. After this, so I will just share the PPT. Are you able to see now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we covered this. Atma is asanga. It's not attached to anything. So the center of our life should be around God. So we saw how earlier in the Vishada Yoga, a person was a karmi, and then he improved himself, evolved himself, he became a dharmi, and then he becomes a karma yogi, and then now we are talking about how he becomes a gnani. So fourth chapter, it's divided into 5 different topics. In that, the first thing is Krishna is teaching about parampara to Arjuna. So what Krishna is telling is, now Krishna has already given knowledge. Now Arjuna is like, okay, Krishna is telling too many things, right? So Krishna wants to ensure Arjuna that, see, we all ask for proof. We all ask for, everybody asks for proofs for everything. Where did it come from? Where did it happen? How are you just talking all? Arjuna should not think that Krishna is just giving some pep talk or some motivational talk. No, come on, Arjuna. No, he should not do it. Krishna is a real guru. And why Krishna became the guru is very important. Until then, Arjuna and Krishna were friends. This we should really, really get into our mind. Until then, Arjuna and Krishna were friends. They were 70 years old, 70 or 80 or whatever years old. Until 70, let's say 70. Until 70th year of Arjuna, Krishna was his friend. Krishna did not talk Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna until 70 years old. Why? Because Arjuna did not accept Krishna as Guru. This is what I was talking about, the subtler field. Until we accept the other as a higher, other is higher means I am lower only. If I don't get that thing in my mind, the subtler field, the subtler switch will not open. If it doesn't open, the gnana doesn't enter at all. It's not possible, right? Huh. So Arjuna says in the second chapter, Shishyasteham Shadhimam Tvam Prapannam, right? So with that, he accepts Krishna as Guru. That is when Krishna takes up the role of the Guru. Now, Krishna has taken the role of the Guru seriously. Krishna wants to make sure Arjuna gets the knowledge. He will not leave him at any cost. Now, Arjuna says a little bit of thing. Now, Krishna is not going to leave Arjuna. So, Krishna wants to give Arjuna, he wants to back up with a proof, back up with a thing, saying that I'm just not telling all this, Arjuna, just like that. There is a history for the whole information that I'm giving you. What are these information? And the whole history, it is coming from, I'm just not, it's not happening today. This has happened in the past as well. So, Vivasvan Maneve Praha, in the shloka, Krishna says, it is coming from the supreme consciousness, which is Brahman, revealed the knowledge to sun god. They say Vivasvan. So, for now, we will talk about the Adi Bhautika, which is sun god, we will say. Vivasvan. And Vivasvan, sun gave it to Manu. Manu is considered the primordial, the very first individual in the Manavas. So the Manava, when we say, that word has come from Manu. Or in English, we say man. So man has come from Manu. So even that thing in English is also borrowed from Manu only. So, all the Manavas, the humans, it's come from Manu. Manu's clan. So sun gave it to Manu, and then Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. It says Ikshvaku dynasty. It's all given to kings. Why are they giving it to kings? Say if it is given to some layman, it's not wrong. It's okay to give it to a layman. At the most, how much will he be able to spread it? The layman, how much can he spread the knowledge to, right? He can hardly give it to a few people around him, his family, his relatives, his friends. How much ever he is able to reach, his potential, he will be able to do it. But a king, you give the knowledge to a king, he will spread it to the entire kingdom. If the kingdom is the whole world, then he will give it to the entire world. And he'll make sure it continues as well in future with all the support system and the privilege that he has. He'll make sure it will continue as well in future, right? So that is why it was given to the king. So Krishna says it was all passed from a very highly knowledgeable people, and it was all given to kings. I'm just not giving some motivational talk to you, Arjuna. It is coming from it's coming from a reliable resource. So Krishna is ensuring that Arjuna is feeling secured with the teaching, whatever Krishna is giving. So this is the Adi Bhautika meaning. So, but when we say Vivasvan, we should think about it's not only the materialistic, the physical sun, it is the light of the self. Sun is the light, right? Light of the self. It is the light within your own self. Okay? The Brahman, the consciousness, is giving the gnana to the light of your own self, which is in you now. Okay? And that, what is light of the self? Light of yourself concentrating on, it is concentrating on the manas, which is the manu. Okay? Which is the manas, which is here. Okay? And that manas, that manas, it's concentrating on the manas. That manas is giving power to what? Mind gives power to what? Power to the eyes. Mind gives power to the eyes to see the world, to perceive the world. So Ikshvaku means the eyes, right? Not eyes, what is it? Vision. Okay. So the light of yourself is giving power to the manas, And from the power, manas, it is giving power to the eyes to give gnana. So the gnana is entering to you through these stages. So Krishna goes on to say this. And then, so the cosmic, that's the thing, the cosmic light manifests in man in Agna Chakra, in the third eye. And the intelligent, all the intelligent and creative power is present in the third eye. Okay. And then from the third eye, it goes on to the, in the Adi Bhautika thing, we saw kings, rishis, and like that. So over here, it is going to all the sense organs. So what is happening? What has happened, Krishna says, is over the years, all this gnana has been declined, which Krishna is again telling it to Arjuna. In the second part of the fourth chapter, Krishna goes on to say, what is an avatara? Now, Krishna told that, oh, Arjuna, all this was spoken long, long ago. And Krishna says, I gave the knowledge. So Krishna is talking, Krishna is Paramatma. So he is talking in the place of a Brahman, right? He is a Brahman. So as Brahman, as a supreme consciousness, he is telling that I gave the knowledge to Vivasvan. The Vivasvan passed on the knowledge to Manu. Manu passed on the knowledge to Ikshvaku and the dynasties and rishis and other kings and etc. etc. And it got declined. And I have seen this, and now I am giving it to you again. Now Arjuna questions him. Now Arjuna says, how is that, Krishna? You are born now. You are Devaki Putra. You are born just a few years before me. How did you even give knowledge back then? Arjuna is asking, how is it possible? You are a baby. You are born now. And then now Krishna talks about avatars. Now Krishna talks about how he is able to Agnani, and he is a Paramatma. Krishna, he is Krishna Paramatma. He is able to see the past, present, and future. How he is able to see everything. Now he says all that. 1 second. So now he talks about Avatara. He says, Krishna says, Bhagwan takes Avatara in different time frames. Okay, in different times, he keeps taking Avatara. All we know is we talk about 10 Avataras. Yes, it is very good. There is Dashavatara. But is that all the Dashavatara is? No. There are many Avataras. The 10 have become famous. So they are like benchmark for a person to know that, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. But other than that, there has been a many avatars. So when does it happen? So for that he says, yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyuktanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam. So whenever dharma is in the decline, so that is when an avatara comes up. So avatara is here to. So why like now you asked Radhika ji, I'm not able to change the society. So you will try, you or me or any individual, we will try up to our potential to change certain things within myself and to bring in changes in the society. But if the larger society is corrupted, which is beyond the control of the individual, that's when an avatara will come. Avatara will happen. So avatara, how it happens is supreme consciousness. It comes down. Okay, it comes onto the earth and takes birth and for the dharma samstapana. And how does a avatara happen? Say, now there are four. Okay. One is Jivatma. First one is Jivatma. This last one is Paramatma. Okay. So there are two in between as well. How does a Jivatma takes birth? Jivatma takes birth because of two reasons. One is Vyashti, which is my karma. I have taken birth because I have desire and I have my karma that I am carrying. That is one reason. And also Samashti. I will tell you how. Say, for example, a person is a Kshatriya. And one more thing is how a person takes birth in the next life depends on the last thought in this life. Okay. Say if a person dies with the last thought as a Kshatriya fighting in this life, so the next life is going to be of a Kshatriya. Okay. So that is the Vyashti karma. With the Vyashti karma, the person will be born as a Kshatriya. But can the Kshatriya be born in a peaceful environment? He wants to be fighting, but can the person be born in a peaceful environment? No, that's not possible. So even the Samashti should be supporting to get a war zone where the baby will be born and to go and fight. So there are two karmas which will act on a Jivatma, which is the Vyashti and the Samashti karma, which makes the Jivatma to be born. Whereas with the Bhagwan, there is no karma, Vyashti karma. There is no individual karma that Bhagwan has like a Jivatma. But the Samashti, if there is a decline in dharma, then that because of the decline in dharma, Bhagwan will come down. Bhagwan will be born to uplift the entire nation, entire society. Bhagwan will be born. So Bhagwan's body is not we should not think about the physical body. It is the dharmic body. And how this dharmic body is acquired? It is acquired with the help of all the dharmic activities done by rishis, several yagnas and several mahatmas. They have all done all dharmic activities. With the help of that, a dharmic body will be acquired by Paramatma. So, but okay. So basically, Paramatma will be born with the help of Samashti karma alone. There will be no Vyashti karma. And there are other two type of people in between, I told no. One is, they are called Siddha Purusha. Now, what are these people? One will be a yogi, the other will be a gnani. Yogi are somebody who has done lot of tapas or meditation or lot of good work, karma yoga and that kind of thing, but have not realized God themselves. Such a person, when they die, they will go to Brahmaloka. Okay. There is another type of people called Gnani. Gnani is also equal to God only. Gnani, the Paramatma and the Gnani are similar. Gnani are generally, how do people become Gnanis? It's that person have gone through all the karma yoga, have done all the bhakti and evolved as a Gnani, have given the doership. This is upward, going upward to realize God. So now, Krishna, in this, he goes on to say how the avatara happens, which is with the dharmic body alone. And yeah, he also goes on to say, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So every time whenever there is a decline in dharma, and I want the negative people should be negative, all the negativity should be destroyed. That is when an avatara will happen. Okay. So next is we'll just cover this and finish it for today, which is Krishna goes on to say, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti saurjuna. So one who recognizes Brahman, he becomes free by becoming free from kartatva and bhoktritva, basically dropping the doership, and bhoktritva, by not being attached to the materialistic desires. How this happens is, this kind of answers which you had asked last week, Radhika ji. So what it says is, for example, now you said anyway this is Maya. So why do we do certain things or like that, right? So it is actually a stepwise thing. Okay. Maya, even though it is Maya, it's called Maya Shakti. Okay. Brahman has two consciousness, supreme consciousness has two parts. Chaitanya Shakti, which is the supreme consciousness. Other one is Maya Shakti, which is the material consciousness. Okay, both are consciousness only. Both are supreme. Both are godly, divine items only, divine elements only. So, but one is Shiva, the other one is Shakti. This is the materialistic part of it. This is the Maya part of it. But whatever you ask, or whatever I ask, whatever anyone asks, that is what we get. Some people might say, oh no, I know there are atheists who don't ask for anything, who don't pray to God. What will they get? They are asking for money. They get money. They don't go to a temple or church or somewhere else, some praying place to ask. But even where they are sitting, they're wanting money. The deep inner feeling is what the universe is responding to. When I say universe, the consciousness will respond to the deep inner feeling. That is what is God. Okay. Even within the atheist, the deep inner feeling is what? The materialistic nature. I want money. So they will be given money. Next, a person might say, I want sex. They will be given sex. I want whatever they want, that is what they will be given. After they have all had all the pleasure and everything, they will be bored of it. After many lifetimes, they would be bored of it. Now they will go and they're not able to get any more bliss out of it. Now a little higher. Okay, I will have money, but I will use it for giving it to others as well. Now they will become dharmi. In the same Maya Shakti, they will become dharmi. And from dharmi, they will become karma yogi. And from after becoming karma yogi, now God will say, okay, you have become a karma yogi. You have a thing that you want to evolve. You want chitta shuddhi within yourself. That is why you are doing Jagat Hitaya. It's okay. Now you will be granted a Sadguru who will come and give Gnana. With the help of Gnana, that Jivatma will become Agnani. So, even Mahavakya Tattvamasi Aham Brahmasmi is correct. But there is another Mahavakya which we should not forget, which is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything I see is also Brahman. Even though this is a dream, this is also Brahman. This is also Maya Shakti. This is also Shakti. Right? So, I should do good things here. I think this completes the answer which I could not answer last week.
No, this helps.
I know you understood it, but still it was going in my mind that I want to finish this because that question was left unanswered or half answered or whatever. So basically we should not forget that Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma, that is also there. Everything is Brahman. Leaving the world is Brahman? No, no, no. Just because you want to get moksha, no, I hate the world, I want moksha. No, that will not happen. Moksha will not happen. You accept the world. You accept that this is also God. This is also, that is why in our culture we do puja to plants, we do puja to animals, we do puja to even the book. We should not step on it. We do puja to even the non-sentient, non-living things as well, right? So everything is Brahman. Although one part is Chaitanya Shakti, the other part is also Maya Shakti. And in that Maya Shakti, okay, now this is the actual answer for your question. In that, sorry, Radhika ji, I'm holding on to you because I wanted to finish this question last week's. In that Maya Shakti, there are two parts. One is Avidya Maya Shakti, Maya, other is Vidya Maya. So all this while, I was unconsciously doing things because of avidya. Now, with the help of Gnana, I am doing everything consciously. Vidya Maya, I am moving myself onto the Vidya Maya part of it. But can I realize God within Maya? No, it's not possible. Can I realize the Chaitanya Shakti, the Supreme Consciousness within Maya? No, it's not possible. One needs to come out of Maya. One needs to drop the Maya, drop the dream to realize Brahman. How to drop the dream? From Avidya Maya, I will move, evolve onto Vidya Maya, which is what is the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, which we will be doing, which we are doing. And with the help of Vidya Maya, I will drop the Maya so that I will realize Brahman. This is the complete thing for it. So, yeah. So, I think we will stop today's class till here, and the rest of the chapter we will cover in the next class.
Okay.
I hope it is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Pallaviji. Just one question. I mean, it may be sensitive or it may not make sense.
It's okay.
but
You
I
can
just
ask.
want
See,
to-
we are talking everything openly here, right? It's about you, me. It's like this only. The topic is like this. It's okay. You can ask. No problem.
So, see, when you discuss the story of the butcher who realized God
Yes,
and
yes.
he could provide Atmanyana to that sannyasi.
Correct.
Now, he could do that, I assume, because he is doing whatever he is doing, he's doing it as an offering to God, right?
Yes.
That's why now butchering,
Yes.
slaughtering,
Yes.
how can that be an offering to God? Similarly, creating porn movies,
Yes.
somebody's business is that. How
Yes.
can they do it?
Yes. So
That
what
one-
happens?
yeah.
Yes. So the sannyasi over there, he asked the butcher, why are you doing this kind of job? He is born. Because of the karma, because of the momentum, he is born in that family. He is born over there. He has accepted it as it is. He has accepted his profession. That's what he gives as an answer. So now somebody, Janaka Maharaja was a Maharaja. He was born king. Okay. And he was an enlightened king. Just because he was enlightened, he didn't throw away everything and go away. He accepted the entire kingdom. He accepted the riches. He accepted the wife. He accepted all the luxuries. He was an enlightened king. He accepted it. Accepting the situation. It's not about anything right or wrong morally. It's about accepting, being in total acceptance with the situation. I would want to say one thing seriously. I was shocked because when you start moving or talking or being around an enlightened being, Gnanis, you will really know how they accept the situation, whatever the situation is. Okay, my Guruji's Guruji, his Prabhuji. Whenever I go to Bangalore, I go to his house. Go to sometimes 2 or 3 times also I go. He makes me sit with him and eat food and all. I feel so blessed and so privileged and all that. So once he lives in an apartment. So he came out to see me off and all that. I had ordered, what's that? I had called out for the taxi. And okay, he said, now this taxi guy, we were standing near the pathway over there. And this guy has almost come to hit Prabhuji. Okay, yeah, okay, it was I got so angry and I started shouting at the driver. I couldn't stop my. No, he's almost hitting him. Okay, he touched him. Okay, the car, the taxi. You mean? Huh? I got so angry. I went to the driver and started, the reaction that I had. Prabhuji is a complete acceptance with the situation, with the whole. He's like, irli bidi, irli bidi. I'm like, seriously, what? Irli bidi, Pallavi. I'm like, I couldn't even speak. I was angry actually. I couldn't, Then after I went back, I recalled the situation. That what is Prabhuji is even accepting the hit that is getting from the car, okay? And he didn't get anger on the driver. He's okay with it. Uh, of course, he went a little back when the car hit him. He went a little back, but he didn't show the reaction which I showed. He didn't, that was not there. He was okay with it. He completely was okay with it. I was shocked. It's still in front of my eyes. Yeah, and many other situations that happened with him or with Krishnaji or like this enlightened beings, they're just okay with the situation. Whatever the extreme the situation is, they're like, is it? Oh, okay, okay. They're just okay with it, which is not easy for me or getting there maybe. Something like that. Yeah, I just wanted to see this just like this.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, thank you. I think we'll finish the class with ending prayers.
I think Shilpa ji has posted a question
Is
on.
it? Oh, sorry. One second. I'll stop sharing. I couldn't see. Shilpa ji, did you post it? Huh. Is Sri Ram Pratishtapna, Prana Pratishtha one such example? One such example for what, Shilpa ji? Prana Pratishtha is one such example for which example for what, Shilpa ji? I couldn't get you. Avatar. No. This is what do they call? Archavatara. Archamurti. There are two things here, okay? One is Stira Vigraha, the other one is Chara Vigraha. Stira is staying still, and it's a Vigraha, which is a deity, which stays still and is Prana Pratishtapna is done. Means there is a living god in it. That's why it's called deity. It's not a statue. There's a living god in it. The consciousness is present in it. But it is Stira. It is in a place. And this is called Archamurti. Okay. There's another thing called Chara Vigraha. One that is walks, one that talks, one that does all that. That is Gnanis. Okay. Gnanis are able to, are the living gods who are walking around in the planet. Oh, he has to be living. Yes, he has to be living. Yes. He or she. It need not be he or she. Like Mata Amritanandamayi, it's a she. She's a lady, right? She's a Chara Vigraha. Prabhuji, Krishnaji, all the Gnanis. And can all the Gnanis be gurus? No. Gnanis will be Brahman. Gnanis will be Brahmanishta. Okay, would have realized Brahman themselves. Like in Avatara, what happens? I told God comes down to be born on this planet. With Jnanis, what happens? Human beings who have evolved themselves to be God, who has realized God. This is from down, it goes up, realizing God. Such a person, we say no, Ishvaro Guru Atmeti. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Guru himself is Parabrahma. So, Guru himself is a Parabrahma, is a God realized person, he is himself God. But is all Jnanis can be Gurus? No. All Jnanis are Brahmanishtas, all Jnanis are godly people. But they should also be a Stotriya. We should be able to explain about Brahman to the people. We should be able to pass on the knowledge. Then such a person can become a guru. Okay, she got it. All right, we'll finish the class. Asato ma
Asato ma
sadgamaya
tadgamaya
tamaso ma
tamaso ma
jyotirgamaya
jyotirgamaya
mrityorma
mrityorma
amrutangamaya.
amritam gamaya.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Lokaha samastaha
Lokaha samastaha
sukhino bhavantu.
sukhino bhavantu.
Lokaha samastaha
Lokaha samastaha
sukhino bhavantu.
sukhino bhavantu.
Harihi Om.
Harihi Om.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Harihi Om.
Harihi Om.
Slowly, everyone. Thank you, Radhika ji.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
See you next week.
See you.
Hari Om.